Hello there, frugal friends. How are we all doing? We are due our November budget for our groceries. This is the video to watch for that. We've had some challenges this month. What with Chris doing overtime at work, which is great, but it means he has to start at 7:30, which means I don't get the car at all. So it means shopping on a Saturday, and shopping on a Saturday means shopping with Chris. And if we're shopping with Chris, you know there's going to be extra stuff going in that basket. Let me know in the comments below, do you have the same problem? When you go shopping on your own, are you fine? When you go shopping with others, does it end up pushing the budget up a bit? Plus, then, we've actually ended up with no car. Clutch has gone twice this month. You'll see I've mentioned it on the days just briefly, but the clutch has gone twice. Fortunately, we have a friend down the end of the road who can do mechanic-y stuff, but because he's doing it for us, not like at a proper garage, he can't get the parts directly from, you know, the direct places that garages will get them from. So it takes a bit longer for the parts to come, so you end up with a bit less time with the car. So then, but it ends up working out cheaper in the long run, but it just means the cheapness means you have a bit of inconvenience. So we've just been trying to do our best. Hopefully the budget has still worked this month. If you remember, we estimate or aim for less than between £100 and £120 a month. But as long as we do all right over the year in that budget, then I am more than happy with that. So let's have a look what we bought and what we spent this month. Right, the first shop of November is actually an Olio haul. So what have we got? We have got some edamame bean stir fry, chuck it in the freezer. A small wholemeal loaf, chuck it in the freezer. Sprouts, that's our Christmas sprouts sorted. And if I've got any left over, I will make them into kimchi. So they are going in the freezer. And we've got some pineapple, which again goes in the freezer because I love pineapple fried rice. Spinach and watercress salad, that can be just chucked in, a salad. Tender green medley, in freezer. Avocado, a little bit squishy. What I'm going to do is just decant it and make it into guac straight away. And got some falafel and hummus sandwiches, which will be my lunch for the next couple of days or so. And some salsa, which I'm going to put in to the falafel and hummus sandwiches because I sometimes find falafels a little bit dry. So that's going to peak that up a little bit. So that's my sandwiches done for the next few days. And like I say, salad for the fridge, everything else in the freezer. First proper shop of November, and we're just topping up. We're using up stuff that we've got in the freezer, those pre-prepared meals that I've already done. So we're just topping up on stuff. There's only 5 milks here. There is one in the car for Chris for work, so I'm going to go and take that to him shortly when I go and drop the car off. So all in all, we got 2 top-up lemonades, milk for Chris, top-up juice, bit of cereal for him. We needed a deodorant. We've run out of all our deodorants that we bought in January. If you've not seen that video, January I do like a massive personal care stroke cleaning shop and try and get as much as I can for the year. I never quite estimate the deodorant correctly though, so we do end up buying a bit during the year. So I just grabbed this one from Tesco's. It was only like £1 something, so it wasn't too bad. But I will be looking out for cheaper ones, possibly in B&M or Home Bargains or somewhere like that. We got some oats. We've got some mixed leaf salad. This one worked out the cheapest price. Proactive, because it was the cheapest one. And a small loaf. I got a small loaf in that Olio that I got the other day. And I thought, well, if I get another small loaf, because this one was yellow stickered for 46p, I thought 2 of these small loaves will be enough to make Chris sandwiches for next week. Normally, I'd use about, how many would I use? 15 slices. Yeah, 3 5s 15. I'd use about 3 slices of the big loaf per day for Chris's sandwiches. So that would be 15 slices of a normal 800-gram loaf. These are only 400-gram loaves. So it'll be interesting to see how many I do end up using from those. Yeah, now I can't find my receipt. Fortunately, I kind of remember roughly how much it was. It was about £17 and something. But I've just cashed in £15 worth of vouchers on Mistplay. If you've not heard of Mistplay, it's an app you can go on your phone and you can play games, and you play games, you earn points, and the points turn into vouchers. Chris has converted some of his vouchers as well, so I'll be cashing those in soon. Should be getting £25 off his vouchers, so that's pretty good. So that knocks us down to £2 something. If we take off the deodorant, it's going to be £1 something, so we'll round it to £1.50. We'll say £1.50 for this shop, so pretty good. Vouchers make a difference. Just back from a Tesco shop. This is not a normal Tesco shop. This is an extra Tesco shop because Chris really loved the sausage rolls, well, chickpea sausage rolls that I made for him last week. That video's up. Take a look for it. He really enjoyed them. So I bought some more chickpeas and I bought some more pastry. And then in a bread and butter thing that I got, we got some buttermilk in it. So I picked up some Flora to make some buttermilk scones, which is why I've got the flour as well, because I couldn't remember if I had enough self-raising flour in. And then I spotted some reduced bread, so I thought I'd get that. Chris then told me that he forgot to put yogurts on the shopping list last time, so we've got that. And then he said, oh, by the way, I'm nearly out of cup of soup, so we ended up getting that. And just gave me, on the list last week, he just said cereal. So I picked up some hoops, but he's like, no, I'm out of malted wheat, so we ended up getting that. Plus, we need tofu to make sandwich meat this weekend as well. So we ended up buying a lot more than I thought was going to buy, but it's all fine. A couple of other things we picked up was a pizza, because we're going to have that for tea. We were going to get some coleslaw, but they didn't have any vegan coleslaw. So I just got this crunchy salad, which what I do is I chop this up, finally, add a bit of onion to it and mix it with some mayonnaise, and that works. And then we spotted these for £2, and we've not tried these ones, I don't think, and they're a lot cheaper than the Beyond Burgers, which are beautiful and taste amazing. But we're going to give a go at these. But the fortunate thing is, after spending £30 and 10p, I did have a £25 voucher because Chris cashed his Mistplay money in as well. So we collected that this morning, went to the library to go and print it out. So we used that. So ultimately, we spent £5 10p. So not bad at all. Got an Olio pickup today. So we've got some sweet potato fries. I don't know why, but when you make sweet potato fries yourself, actually out of a sweet potato, they never taste as good as pre-made sweet potato fries. I don't know why. Maybe they put some kind of coating. I think possibly put coatings on these, so I'll have to investigate doing coatings. Some sliced white mushrooms. So those are just going to go straight in the fridge. They'll be used up in the next day or so. Some protein bagels, they can go in the freezer. A Hovis seed sensation, again, freezer, and look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Beyond Burgers. So nice, these Beyond Burgers. They are one of the best ones. And because if you don't freeze them, they're actually quite a soft and squishy burger. So what I'm going to do with these is, you can treat them a bit more like mince and they'll stay together. And I'm going to roll them into balls and I'm going to make some meatballs. And we're going to have meatballs and pasta using these. So all for free. And these are normally, well, you can see there, £5 a pack. So that's £25 worth of Beyond Burgers. A Hovis seeded loaf. Well, that was £1.30. What were these bagels? £2.10. Fries, £2.40, £1.35. Olio's one of the best resources, and I do have two lovely people who I collect off who are really good at helping me out with times that I can collect. So I'm quite lucky. Keep an eye out for your local Olios near you. Hopefully there are some near you that you can spot some different things to collect.
back from a Tesco shop. I was hoping to have a voucher for this shop, but it's not quite come through yet, so I'm going to save it for the next shop. What did we buy? We bought some multigrain hoops, some honey hoops. We bought some plant coleslaw, some bananas, the vegan restaurante pepperoni. Not tried this one before, so we'll see how that turns out. Chris has got some bacon rashers. We've got tea to top up the tea. We don't desperately need it yet, but I like to have a box in. We got the Activia 4 packs because they worked out cheaper, but then Chris spotted that the Onken per gram was cheaper, but he's never had it before, so we're trying that one out to see what it's like. Although serving size, we will have to measure to make sure that we're getting an equivalent value. Otherwise, it just ends up half a tub in a bowl and that'll be all gone. 3 milks to be going on with, some red onions and white onions to keep us going because we have completely run out of onions. And that came to £22.97, but I've not mentioned these because these are new McCain Vibes, supposedly crispy like a chip and crispy like a crisp and fluffy like a chip. These are £3 each. I wouldn't normally buy them, but on the Shopmium app, you get 50% off. So I will be getting £1.50 per pack back. So I've already knocked that off the shop. So that would have been £3 more if we'd have paid full price for them. If you're interested in the Shopmium app, I will put the code on the bottom of the screen to give you a free item when you first start, and I'll also put it in the description box, so if you miss it, you have a second chance. So we've been to Tesco's. We had a bit of a mare though because the clutch went on the car again, so yeah, we're going to get it fixed. It's going to be sorted, but we ended, so things happened and stuff. But anyway, we did buy 6 milk, but they're in the fridge, most of them. So we've got 6 milk, we've got our malted wheats, we've got our lemonade. We got some bread reduced. We've got some granola for Chris. Chris thought he'd try out the tomato and basil copper soup, some tomatoes, some Activias. We've got some reduced crumpets, of which Chris is having some already. Some crinkle cut oven chips, a couple of tofus, bananas, Swedish glass, and Chris got himself some bacon rashers. We did also get, quick swipe over here, some butcher's dog food. We weren't intending to get it, but don't know why it's reduced. But that's a big saving for us because Tink has the butcher's dog food. But anyway, so that's all we've got. But we did have a £25 voucher from me doing my postal surveys. So all in all, once we take off everything we need to take off, so take off the dog food, food-wise, we only spend £10.66. We've just done a very rainy Olio collection. The dogs are soaked, we are soaked. Even Tink had to have a bath because when she walks through a puddle, she's practically swimming through it. She's so small. What did we get? We got some Warburton's Toasty, a huge baguette, some of these nice sliced rolls, sandwich rolls, so Chris can use those for work. We got some carrot, cauliflower and broccoli packs. You know what's happening to those, straight in the freezer. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of diced onions, again freezer. We got a Warburton's Farmhouse, nice and soft, that's going to make lovely toast, and some pitters. So those of you who don't know, Olio is an app where you can get food that has been heavily reduced and they're getting rid of at the end of the day for free through people who collect from places like Tesco's and Sainsbury's. And you just click on the app and decide what you want, and if they've still got it and somebody else hasn't claimed it, you arrange collection and then you get it all for free. This is why I love Olio. Just back from an Olio collection on Sunday morning. Mushrooms, a tiger baguette, a couple of bags of salad, some hummus, and a decent chunk of bananas. And when I asked for these, I expected them to be, you know, looking really battered and bruised, but as you can see, these ones are still really green. So I was aiming on just throwing them all in the freezer for banana bread, but I think we'll keep some out and just go through them and see what happens. Really, really decent. With the lettuce, I just open the bag and let it air out because then I find it doesn't go slimy as quickly. And the hummus, I'll be eating that pretty soon anyway. So yeah, Olio collection are really, really good. We've done a bit of a shop. I'm pretty certain I mentioned in a previous section of this recording video that the car had broken. The car's still waiting to be fixed. We had to wait for a part to come. So we just had to nip to the local shop round the corner. Still a Sainsbury's, but it's like a Sainsbury's 7-Eleven, so the prices are slightly higher. So we just got what we could get. So we've completely run out of squash, so we got some squash. Chris knows he's going to run out of milk, so we just got one to be going on with. We weren't planning on getting the mayonnaise, but it was massively reduced, so we got the mayonnaise. We had to go to the Buttery Proactive, which still, actually, that wasn't too bad. It's still roughly within the realm, £3.75, so that's pretty much the same sort of price that the Proactive is. I'm making Chris some more chickpea rolls, but we had to get Napolina. Tell me why a local Sainsbury's has a name brand butter bean and their own brand of butter beans on the shelf, but only has the name brand chickpeas. I don't know why. Anyway, this ended up costing us £11.95. Now, yes, we could have got the bus to our local shopping area and had reduced prices, but with the bus fares, it's £2 each way, so it would have cost us £8 to get the shopping. So we weren't prepared to add on an extra £8 on top of the shop. I don't think we would have saved that much in equivalency. So that's what we've got, and I'm pretty certain this is going to be the last shop of this month. Yes, it is, because today's the 30th of November. So I'm going to pop off and go and do some adding up of things, ready for doing the summary of November video. So there you go, the car trouble caused us to have to, I've not taken my dad shopping for 10 days so far, waiting for the car to be done. Hopefully it should be fixed actually today, on the day I'm recording and uploading this video, fingers crossed, and I can take him tomorrow. Fortunately, he is sensible and always makes sure his cupboards are well stocked, and he should be fine. And I did say if desperate measures were needed, I would get him a Tesco delivery done instead. So we did some really good Olios this month, which was brilliant. Those burgers did turn out amazing as meatballs, and we've got a stash of them in the freezer ready to go when we need them. And we did so well with our vouchers. So the Mistplay vouchers, which is the gaming app, is fantastic. We've cashed those in, and then I do a Royal Mail survey through a different company, and then actually the Royal Mail, but they do it on behalf of Royal Mail, where I basically get post delivered here, and I log when it's been delivered, and then I get letters to post out, and I log when those get posted out. It's so that they can keep a track of when, how long it takes for a first class mail, how long it takes for a second class mail, things like that. And that really helps us out. So how much did we spend? Now, I did do a bread and butter thing haul this month. I didn't upload it as a video, but I did put it on the Facebook group. If you're not on the Facebook group, it's just trying to get by. I'll put a link in the description box. Shopmium, I mentioned, I've put it on the screen, but I will also put a link to that code in the description box as well. It works out really good. If you get the free item and then you keep on looking and seeing what you can get some really good things. Obviously, we're more limited being vegan and vegetarian. But if you're a meat eater or you've got children, a lot of children's things come up as well. So do have a look. I also use Checkoutsmart and Green Jinn. So I don't have codes for those, but just keep a lookout for those apps. I'm going to go on a couple of Facebook groups and see if they know of any other apps that we can use as well for the shopping. But all in all, we spent £37.71. I think that's brilliant, because I know in the past few months we have had some quite high spend months. So those vouchers have really, really helped us out this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to know about the surveys and things like that I do, message me
at tryingtogetby2021@gmail.com. Just put surveys in the email, you know, the box of the email that says what's it about, and then I will definitely pick up on it, because I get a lot of junk mail in that email as well. I don't know why. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Look out for some other videos that we have got. I have just done a Christmas video where I put on my Christmas tree and talked all about that and the different decorations and where we got them from and how I keep my Christmas tree decorating low budget. And also you get to have a sneaky look at what I've got Chris for Christmas. And I've mentioned in that video, he doesn't watch my videos. How rude is that? And I'm quite glad, because then you can have a sneaky look and he won't know. All right then, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.